everybody, Crystal Kitsune here, and we are playing Puzzle Pirates, but we are playing a suggestion that somebody gave to me in a comment the last time I played Puzzle Pirates. The last time I played Puzzle Pirates, somebody suggested that I played the Obsidian Ocean, and I'm like, but there is no Obsidian Ocean, at least not with the major client. There's just the Meridian and then the Emerald, and unless you want to do a pay subscription, and that's a different ocean, and then they have two international oceans. But I was like to him, like, what is the Obsidian Ocean? But then I searched it on Google. I should have done that before even asking. And it's a beta test ocean that's going to be put through Steam when it's finished. Right now it's just all in beta, but what it is, it's like you have factions. There's two factions. You can either be on the light side or you can be on the dark side, kind of like with a lot of the movies out there. But anyway, as you can see, I did create a pirate named Chrysanth, and I have two other extra empty slots there, but I'm thinking that I'll just go ahead and just continue on Chrysanth because I really didn't do much with her. I did do some puzzles and got some Poe out of that. But what's different about the Obsidian Ocean, however, let me plug in my sound because I forgot to do that. What's actually different about this particular thing, this particular client, is there's factions, like I said. Okay, so this is the thing that it says on the front notice board. It says, "Welcome to the Dark Seas beta test. All new pirates begin in Port Venture of the Grey Waters Archipelago, a relatively safe place to begin getting your sea legs before venturing further out into the Obsidian Ocean. To the left dock you'll find the Shadow Fleet recruiter, and to the right a Defiant Armada recruiter. Where you can whisk directly to their stronghold island to start to decide on which faction you'd like to support." So each crew has, they either, when you create a crew, you have a choice between the Shadow Fleet or the Defiant Armada, and then there's like a little icon right next to your name for the remainder of. I think you can go and change later, I think, if you decide to change factions. So you can go to the stronghold. Each crew must choose a faction at the time it was created, like I said. Crews cannot currently switch factions, but pirates are free to change crews anytime. So I guess as soon as you as a crew, if you're a crew member, you're automatically whatever the faction is. But if you decide to leave that crew and go to the opposite faction, then you're considered that. So crews can't switch factions, but pirates can. So if you choose to leave them, then you have the choice to choose which faction you want. Then there's like some facts here, like, will the ocean require steam after the finishing? Yes. Will doubloons, and so I mean this is just all facts, FAQs. Work in progress. You know, you can go through and read through all of this stuff if you want. As of right now, this is all the stuff that they're working on, stuff that they've done, etc., etc. So these are just all release notes and whatnot. So that's what the Obsidian Ocean is. That's what I found out that the Obsidian Ocean is that there's a difference between the regular client with the regular pairs of Puzzle Pirates and this one. But so far, like, all the stuff that I've done up till now has been relatively the same. So right now, like, these people here have no. Okay, this guy's got the dark. He's on the dark side. He's got a moon next to his name. Anybody? Okay, he's got a moon too. I just didn't see it. So he's got a moon. I'm trying to see if there's anybody here that's got a sun. Moon. Okay, these guys here are of the other one. They have suns by their names, so you can see which ones are. This guy's neutral because he doesn't have either. I'm neutral because I haven't chosen a crew. As you can see here, I don't have a crew. I don't have any friends. And I just started playing this like a couple days ago on this computer. I haven't actually played it on this computer yet. I actually just downloaded it on this computer because I forgot right before recording. But I don't have any clothing except for the rags that they gave me at the beginning. I've got Butterscotch, which is my rat, which is the rat that was in my house when I first went in, and I got the basic foil. So the only thing that you can do right now is do puzzles, earn money, see if you can get like a crew to hire you, see if there's anything going on in the voyages. So we got one here which is going after hard stuff, merch hunt, pillage. Oh, welcome sailors. And this here is sea monster hunting. Now, I don't think I can sea monster hunt because I don't have the right badge. Oh, wait. Maybe they don't need badges. That's interesting. So far, they haven't, well, apparently you need, that kind of badge for that, but for sea monster hunting, you don't need a badge? I kind of want to see what's in the shop. Labor badge, deluxe labor badge, officer badge, senior officer badge. Yeah, they don't have a, because in the other puzzle pirates, as you know, you have to have a, what is it called? It's not exploration badge, it's the badge that you need to go on sea monster hunts. Bravery badge, I think that's what it's called. And you need the bravery badge in order to do sea monster hunts, sit runs, kraken hunts, that kind of stuff. You need the bravery badge. But apparently that you only need to have a, well, obviously a parlor badge if you want to do the parlor games. But the labor badge for external labor through like foraging for commodities, and then the officer badge is senior officer, captain, etc. If you decide to be your own captain, you buy the captain's badge, I think. Yeah, you have to have 20 doubloons in order to get a captain's badge. So, and then they have the pets, which I think are just the basic pets. They don't have anything different, yeah. And awards. So everything else is pretty much the same. Just the faction things is a little bit different. So, I mean, I don't really see, like, what's the difference between, there's only 101 players on right now. They said it's more fun. I guess because it is the fact that you don't really need to have a bravery badge to do bravery stuff, like the different hunts and stuff. But for doing puzzles and stuff, all the puzzles are the same. I mean, they didn't bring any new puzzles. All the puzzles are the same. You got builds, you got sails, you got carpent, you got rigging, you got treasure haul, gunning, navigating, battle navigating, patching, and then the crafting puzzles, which you can't do because you don't have a labor badge, and then the multiplayer puzzles like drinking. These are parlor games here, these ones here. Spades is free today, so you can play Spades. News, that's the same thing we just were on. Events. Shop jobs, can't do that. Blockades, no blockades. War. Okay, so this is the war, I guess, between the different factions. So you got the balance of power. Right now, the Defiant Armada is winning against the Shadow Fleet by about a little over 100. So they're winning. They have more pirates online right now. These are recent battles that they did between. I'm not quite sure how the wars work. Like, is it kind of like flotilla or blockades, or is it just, you know, something like that? I guess I don't know. I never witnessed a war. I think it's mostly just like, it depends on how much, how many people are fighting. Like, if if you go against real pirates instead of bots. I don't know if the bots have factions or not, but if you fight against them, do they actually like go back and forth? I don't know. I think it's a good idea. Question mark. It's the faction idea is kind of like, okay, everything has to have a balance, and everything, like the Star Wars had the balance between good and bad, and everything, every movie pretty much, except for it's like it was a rom-com romantic comedy, it's they always have the bad guy, and the problem usually gets resolved by the end of the movie, unless it's like a on purpose sequel or trilogy or whatever. Then within that trilogy, the stuff gets resolved. Like the Lord of the Rings, there was a big old thing. Took 3 movies to get through to resolve, the stuff that was going on there. But I don't know about in games though. Like a lot of games have the good and evil stuff. Like with the pirates, Puzzle Pirates before was just everybody was working for the same goal. Like you were pillaging, you were getting treasure, you were making money, you were battling bots and or real pirates, real people, and coming out with the spoils. To have them pit against each other between 2 different factions, though, I'm not quite sure how that, comes across. But, I mean, it's an interesting notion, and anything to make the game more appealing, to get more people to play. Like I said, this is beta right now, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take for them to get out of beta and into the actual, whatever. I don't even know if they're still planning on releasing it to Steam, but if they do, and more people see it, and more people are like, hey, I remember Puzzle Pirates from way back whenever, I might check this out. And if they have some good changes to Puzzle Pirates, and they don't like ruin it, because people are good at ruining things. I'm like not doing any gameplay here. I'm like just sitting here talking to you guys. I'll just do a couple puzzles while I'm talking. I won't get into a voyage because I don't want to get into a big thing when I don't have that much time. So I'll just do some building while we're waiting, or while the rest of the time goes. But anyway, so when this game came out, I remember playing this game, and it was a long time ago when I first started playing this game, and I wasn't very good. I remember the crew that I started with, there was some issues or something, and I had to go to a different crew, and then I was with the Bootleg Bandits, and I probably mentioned that before to any of you people who play the Puzzle Pirates. The Bootleg Bandits were a great crew. The whole crew was very helpful. I mean, they taught me how to do different puzzles that I wasn't really good at, especially like battle navigation. I sucked balls at. But anything that I needed help with, there was always somebody there to help. And they promoted me to officer, and thought that was really cool. And then I think I got promoted to fleet officer after a long while, but I didn't think I deserved it because my puzzling skills were really shitty, and I didn't have the confidence to take, a boat out by myself. Because I was always afraid that I was going to fuck up battle navigation and have people desert me or whatever. But I actually did that once. I remember I went to take out a ship once by myself. I jobbed for people, had people on my ship, and I was doing, okay, I guess. And I kept losing really bad at the battle navigation, and they were getting kind of pissed. And I just like abandoned the ship, like right in the middle of the ocean. And it was not, I mean, the right thing to do, but I just kind of was like, I gave up. That was like a long time ago when I was younger. But Puzzle Pirates has been along for a long time, but it's like with everything, things tend to kind of die out because there's no real need for it anymore, you know, like only the true hardcore like people that play this game religiously are gonna stay. Those who, you know, gaming has gotten way better, you know, console games have gotten way better, even PC games have gotten way better. So like, why would they sit and play this game unless you're just sitting there to relax and playing some, you know, simple puzzles like these to unwind or something. But I mean, for those who like the real hardcore games, PC, console, whatever, this is not their bag of cookies. So they're not going to be playing this game. They might have played it when they were younger, but they're definitely not going to play it now that they're older. But if we can get Puzzle Pirates to become not really mainstream again, but exciting enough to where people want to keep playing it, but without ruining it. Because like I said, if you have a company that, I'm not going to name company names or anything to get in trouble, but a lot of times companies, smaller companies will be bought by bigger companies. And when that happens, games tend to suffer. So far, there was this one game that I could mention that they haven't actually ruined yet. I'm surprised. But usually when somebody doesn't overtake, it usually means suicide or whatever for the game that's going to be messed with. If somebody bought out Puzzle Pirates, the Three Rings, I think that's the company's name, if somebody bought them out and revamped it, they could do it for the worse, or they could do it for the better. I'm not really sure on my opinion what they could add to this game to make it better. I mean, so far, there's already like the real person aspect, like it's a multiplayer game, so there's already multiplayer. You're not playing by yourself or with bots. I mean, technically you kind of are when you're doing some pillages, but I mean, you're having other people on your team that are real people. So there's that, but I haven't really thought about it, but I can't really off the top of my head think of anything that could improve this game. I'm sure like once I stop playing and, you know, start editing and all that, I'll think of things because I'm not on the spot anymore. But I mean, they have the multiplayer aspect, so that's fun, and they do blockades, which are cool. Great way to get money. They have like some events, I think. I follow them on Twitter, but I don't really pay attention to them. I think they have events like once a month. They have like things that you can get if you buy stuff. I don't think they have gotten super heavy with the buying of stuff yet. I know there's a couple websites that I used to frequent when I was younger that started off as like a simple, you know, hangout type place for people to, you know, meet people and have fun and all that, until they started getting more popular, and then to help cover the costs of server space or something, they had to resort to doing purchases, like kind of like the in-app purchases type of thing. It's kind of like that, and that basically kind of changed the atmosphere kind of the whole place, because it was fine to begin with, and then they had to go add that money stuff, and then it just kind of made it like a shitstorm of people thinking that they were better than everybody else because they had more shit, and looked down at the people that couldn't afford that kind of stuff. So, again, I'm not naming websites or names or anything like that because I don't want to get in trouble or sued or anything. But money usually ruins things, so I usually try to keep away from places that resort to that. If they start resorting to monetary gain, like pay-to-play kind of stuff, I just kind of like back out and just say, nope, not for me anymore. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. But there were, okay, I will mention, I used to hang out at Roliana, and it was a really nice hangout. And I would play and meet people, and role play mostly, and um, talk to people and all that kind of stuff. And it was a nice place to hang out. But they did a total revamp of the site, um, which made me not like it anymore. Um, the overhaul that they did of the site, they changed the font, the layout, everything. Um, and I didn't particularly care for it, so I left Roliana. I came back basically to advertise the YouTube channel, I think. And they changed a little bit of the things. They changed the font to where you could actually read it. It wasn't as crazy layout or anything. So they did change some things. I guess because they were getting a lot of feedback, negative feedback of what it looked like. And then they changed it again because apparently whoever was hosting them with that site crashed or something, and they lost a lot of content. And so then they had to go with a different, whole different server, and they totally revamped it again. But now it's more subdued because they don't have like a lot of the bling stuff on the top. They've got like a banner, and they've got like what the forum stuff is. I mean, it's not really a mess. It's just more like contemporary and very subdued. Like it's not crazy like it was. But I don't go to those places anymore. Gaia, Roliana, Minutia, Kingdom of Nuffle. I definitely don't go to Kingdom of Nuffle anymore. All those different kinds of little community-based sites I don't go to anymore. I used to frequent them a lot when I was younger because I love to roleplay, and those are great places to get people to roleplay with. But I'm like now really picky when it comes to roleplays, so I usually just don't roleplay with anybody because nobody can keep up with my like specifications. But anyway, so that was my timer went off while I was talking. That's why I went ahead and went back to the house. Sorry that this was kind of like a mostly like, hey, look at this, check it out, you know, not really much gameplay. But if you do want me to continue on the midnight Obsidian, not midnight Obsidian Ocean, if you want me to continue on the Dark Seas Obsidian Ocean, let me know. The guy whoever you were that suggested this to me, it's a great little thing. I haven't joined a faction or anything yet, so I haven't really got to that part. But maybe one of these days I'll join a faction, and we will either be fighting for the light or the dark, depends on which crew invites me to join them first. That's going to be it for Puzzle Pirates, the Obsidian Ocean. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, share with your friends, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. We've got Discord now, so you can click on the link and go to there. If you go over here, there'll be a video that YouTube suggests that you check out. In the middle will be my face. You can click over. Where my video thing is now is where you click to, or a little bit lower, a little over in this area-ish, is the video to click on. In the middle of the window, not this window, this one right here where my face is, but in the middle of the gameplay window, there's going to be a link, my face. You can click on it to go subscribe. On the total opposite side of this way, the total opposite side of the screen is going to be a link to the merchandise store, so you can click on that to go get some merch and support me because I need support. No, I mean, it's just a little something that I put up because I wanted a t-shirt with my own mascot on it, and I just figured that I could sell them too if people were wanting them. So if you want them, they're there. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, everybody.